So the South African Social Security Agency has had a bit of an accidental double payment of social grants in some areas and none in others. Now, the system glitched as the agency tries to make payment days less crowded by extending the days. SASSA says they're trying to stop the gathering of crowds by separating the grant categories instead of paying everyone at the same time. Let's find out exactly what happened, but most importantly, what's going to happen moving forward. The Social Development Minister, Lindiwe Zulu, is on the line to us for more on this. Minister, thanks very much for your time. Welcome to Newsroom Africa. Perhaps as a start, we can try to ascertain what you understand to have happened yesterday. As I mentioned, we're hearing some recipients being paid double, while others weren't paid at all. What's happening?
Yes, I think what is very important for me is to firstly apologize sincerely to all the people that were negatively affected by this. We are still trying to find the best and simpler and easier way to help pay social grants. We are still working hard to see what is it else that we can do so that we can avoid millions and millions of our people coming out on one day to go and get their SASSA grant payments. I'm also very much aware of the fact that this is hunger, this is poverty, this is what happens when people really rely entirely on month to month, they rely entirely on what government has to give them. So we have to fix our system. This is what happened in this particular case. We were supposed, and we have done, increase the social grants across the board in all the different areas of the grant. And day before yesterday, in the afternoon, when we were having our last meeting with SASSA, myself and the CEO, as well as the executives of CEO, we got the message that there was a technical glitch that was detected by the system, that we are going to have a problem in two provinces, that is in Western Cape as well as in KZN, where we're going to have almost like 450,000 people who are going to be affected. So SASSA did its best together with the technical teams to see if that can be resolved overnight, but it was not possible to resolve it overnight. The most difficult part was that we could not even communicate immediately to people to say, we are going to have this problem. Who exactly was going to have this problem? It was sincerely a technical glitch, and I'm still awaiting to get the full report from SASSA because I'm awaiting to make sure that today things do not happen like they did yesterday. I've been told that the technical glitch has been resolved, and I'm hoping that it has been resolved. And my plea and appeal, obviously, is that we need to keep on asking people to make sure that they keep to the regulations, they keep distance, they are assisted in the queues. The SASSA people on the ground are overstretched. They are as far as out there. They are trying to help. The same help that we got from the retailers last month, I hope that the same will continue.
Now, Minister, I'm hoping you'll be able to be frank with us over the next few questions. You know, we're trying to ascertain, for instance, how many recipients were actually given double payments, and is there any prospect of getting that money back?
The bottom line is that we need to get back that money because a technical glitch is not a human error. If it was a human error, we will also be told that it was a human error within the system because we got this information a day before, and I'm very honest about that. We got the information in the late afternoon a day before that there was a technical fault. And that's why other people were saying, but is it that maybe somebody at SASSA did something? No, nobody at SASSA did anything because when it comes to the payment, those are very automatic, it's automated. What goes to the bank goes to the bank. What goes to the post office goes to the post office. And therefore, the numbers that we were given from the onset was that it was going 450,000 people were going to be affected. I cannot at this moment tell you how many of the people in the Western Cape were paid double but we've got systems that are good enough that they will be able to pick up who was paid double. And I don't want to put the burden. Obviously, I wish I could put the burden on the South African citizens who then were paid double to return the money, but it's a slim chance for us to get the money from people. We will have to use, again, the technical systems of how do we then make sure that the money is returned back from those that were paid double. We have to work out a system, whether we don't pay them next month or we take the money bit by bit, but this is government money that needs to be returned.
Can you give us an idea of how long that particular glitch was in place before it was picked up?
As I said, we got the information a day before yesterday, sometime around 5 in the afternoon. We were in a meeting at 5 p.m. That's when we got the information that there was a technical glitch. As to how long it took anyone, look, a technical fault is a technical fault. A technical glitch is a technical glitch, but we will get the report because a technical glitch, there's no technical glitch that you can't explain.
Okay.
They will have to explain to us whether CETA or any other, where the technical glitch is. I'm still expecting a report because I also have to report to the president and be very specific about what happened.
Of course, and many South Africans are going to be looking out for that explanation too, particularly because the operation continues today as well. I imagine you're going to be keeping a close eye on these particular issues. But broadly speaking, can you take us into your confidence about what the department is particularly struggling with as you try to meet the growing demands of social grant recipients under very difficult circumstances, such as trying to minimize even just the face-to-face contact that many of these beneficiaries will ordinarily be accustomed to in any other context?
I think the messaging that has been coming out beyond the Department of Social Development, the information that has been going out by government to plead on our people to really realize that first and foremost, the COVID virus is a virus that cannot be seen by anybody. Firstly. Secondly, when we give that kind of information, it is supposed to be used by each and every individual who must then make the decision. Do I really want to expose myself even when I'm empowered with an information that I must try and keep the distance, I must have the mask, I must use any other form of covering myself up? I think here, I've been saying to my department and SASA, let us communicate in such a way that people are empowered by that information. Let's not talk about them, because anyone who absorbs the information and appreciates it for himself or herself, that individual will take responsibility and say, I don't want to expose myself. Even though we also appreciate that people are hungry, people have to go out and get their money because there's nothing in the house, we would like to plead with individuals to say, it's your health and the health of your people around you. It's your health and the health of your family. Please do not expose yourself and your family, irrespective of what your challenges are, because now we are facing an enemy that we cannot see.
Yeah, I guess the difficulty, Minister, is the fact that even those sometimes who find themselves adhering to the letter of the law, so to speak, get to the front of the line to find that they're not able to get the relief that they so desperately need, which leads me to try and ascertain, the circumstances around another issue involving funds depleting at some of the collection points. I mean, help us understand how that has happened. I mean, were you not expecting the number of people that ended up coming to fetch some of their grant money?
Well, by the way, remember that most of our grant recipients are now getting their money through the bank accounts. We've got very few now payments which are made like physically, the money that has to be distributed around the country. We've got 1,000 and something across the country overall. So there's less now of person to person where the money. Of course, you'll find that in the post office. Like yesterday, I went to the post office in Pretoria. People still have to be in a queue and speak to somebody that is behind the glass and be able to get their money cash. The cash to cash and people getting the money in cash. That one, there's very little we can do about that because people still want to have the cash in their hands.